Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Syahrul Erva Fahruriza. I am from class B and my number is 21, 20, 20 and 51. In this time, I would like to give you a presentation about teaching English for young learners. So this presentation is our academic speaking assignments. So I would like to give you a presentation about these things like teaching English for young learners. So I will talk about 5 things. The first is the concept of teaching English, and the second one is the characteristic of young learners, and then the problem of teaching young learners, and then the ways of teaching English for young learners, and then in the last we will talk about the conclusions. So now, the concept of teaching English. In my opinion, the concept of teaching English is we are someone who know English well teaching someone who don't know the English, like maybe the students or whoever who still don't know the English. So there are teachers and the students, and I think as the teachers we have to give attention to a quality. So the quality of teaching English is very important. So we have to make sure that what we are teaching to them, they will understand the materials. So it will be very useful for the students. So we have to make the students understand what we are teaching. So the quality of the English is very important, and then after that we can continue focus on the maybe another knowledge or another skills. But the first is we have to make the students be able to speak English well, because I think speaking English is quite important for our life. So that's my opinion about the concept of teaching English. And then the next one is the characteristic of young learners. Well, actually there are many characters of young learners, such as they feel bored easily, and then maybe they like to imagine something when they are learning, and then they like to study, they like to learn anything. Maybe when they were in the kindergarten or elementary school, they like to learn, so it's their habit. But there are also some students who don't like to study. they are so lazy to study. So that's some of the characteristic of young learners. So actually they have many characters. And then we talk the next one, the problem of teaching young learners. So the first, when the students feel bored, so it can be a problem as well. So we have to be more creative to build them like learning English. So maybe in the class we have to make the class as fun as possible, so they will not feel bored in the class and they will learning English seriously. And then the next one about they like to imagine, so we have to follow their imagines. maybe in the kindergarten or elementary school. We have to follow their imaginative to help them to learn English well. Like maybe um, they like to listen or watching a fairy tale. So we have to make a study plan or teaching with fairy tale to make them feel fun, and so they can learn English seriously. And maybe at home, when the parents at home with their child, before they sleep, they can read for the children a fairy tale, but of course in English. So maybe that's a little help to get the children like to speak English. And but the problem in teaching English, I think this is the most problem, is the students don't like English. So that's quite hard. So we have to make the students like English, because they don't know, they think that English is not important. So that's why they don't like English. So I think that's a big problem in teaching English for young learners. Yeah, and now the ways of teaching English for young learners. Now we talk about the solutions. Well, I have talked about the solution about when the students feel bored and about they like to imagine. Yeah. So I will give you solutions when the students feel they feel like don't like, I'm sorry, they don't like English. So we have to make them like English. We have to make sure, we have to show them that English is very important. English is very useful in the future when they are continue to college, or when they want to study abroad maybe, or get a job. So English is very useful for our future. Maybe when we are teaching to kids, kindergarten kids or elementary kids, we have to teach them the easiest thing, like memorizing vocabularies, maybe at home. So we have to teach them to memorize like table, chair, maybe window, wall, floor, the easiest things first, so they will have an interest to learn English. So that's the most important. And then for the young boy or the young girl, we have to make them like, but how, oh I'm sorry, for the kindergarten and the elementary kids, we can add music or maybe a song to help them learning English. Now for young boy or young kid, maybe in high school or middle school students, we have to make them memorizing vocabularies as well. But it's not about table or chairs. They have to memorize a little bit hard than that. So when they have a lot of vocabularies, they will be able to speak English. And then we have to teach grammar for them. Yeah, I know that grammar is quite hard to learn, but yeah, we just say to them that English is not hard at all, and English is fun. Maybe we can teach them with a song. So we play a song, and then they listen it, and then we will search about the grammar in the songs, and it can improve our listening skills as well. So that's a good point for the ways of teaching English for young learners. And why they don't like English, I've told you that they don't know that English is very important. But as we can see in English village, or we can call it Kampung Inggris in Pare, the students go there because they like to learn English. They want to learn English seriously, so they go there to get more knowledge, and then after they done it, they go home. Of course, they be able to speak English because they are feel interest to English, and then they learn seriously. It's not same with the students who are in a school that they don't like English, but we have to force him or her to learn English. So that's the differences between students in the school and the students who really want to learn English in Kampung English. And now the last part, I will talk about the conclusions. So teaching English is very important for everyone who wants to learn English. So about the concept, first we have to make the concept. We have to choose what is the most important of teaching English. So we have to make like a step, the most important one, the most important 2, 3, 4, and maybe until 10 or something like that. And then we have to know the characteristic of the young learners. So when we know the characteristic, it will make easier to learn with them or teaching them. And then the problem of teaching English for young learners, and also the ways of teaching English. So we have to find what is the problem, why they are so bored, why they are so lazy to learn English, why they cannot understand the materials. So we have to find what is the problem, and then after that we have to think what is the solutions, how to make them like this, how to make them like that. So we have to be more creative to think about the problem, and then about the solutions or the ways we can teach English for young learners. So we have to maybe teach them step by step, so it will make them maybe feel fun for English. They will learn English seriously, and yeah, if they know that English is very important for their future, they will learn English from now. So I think that's all about my presentations today. I hope you guys like it, and maybe if I have a mistake, please comment for my presentation. Well, that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.